Hello, and welcome to Growing in Business interview series. I'm your host, Flemming Johnson, and today I'm joined by Whit Newton, who is partner and wealth management advisor at Luca Partners. Whit, thank you so much for joining us. Would you like to kick us off with a brief background as to who you are and what you do?
Sure. Thank you for having me, Fleming. Um, like you said, Whit Newton, one of the founding partners of Luca Partners. We're a private client group, uh, wealth management firm. We do comprehensive financial planning, asset management, really put it all together for those that are currently affluent and emerging affluent. I grew up in Eastern North Carolina, small town Clinton, went to college at UNC Chapel Hill, moved to Raleigh right afterwards, got started in the financial planning business in 2009, and that's all I've done since. Today we have 19 folks on our team, and we're really excited about where we've come and where we're going for the future and what we're building.
Outstanding. Tell me again, when did you start?
I started actually right in the bottom of the market during the Great Recession. So I was in the March training class, um, and my contract started in May of 2009.
Very good. So, what inspired you to start your own business? What was that initial spark that led you to take the entrepreneurial leap?
Well, I thought I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon, and I didn't want to end up studying enough to do that. So I would say it more found me. Um, I was interviewing coming out of obviously not the best time to graduate for the job market, and wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do at the time, but I knew I wanted to work with people and help people in some way. And the recruiter called me, and as I learned more about the opportunity in the financial planning business, the idea of getting paid what you're worth, the idea of controlling your time to a certain extent, and being able to structure your day the way you want to was appealing to me. But also the ability to help people and add value to others while you build the career that you want was really what inspired me to start. And then, um, I'm not that creative, but I'm willing to work hard and be disciplined when needed. And so this business is one to where you get a degree of autonomy and that it's very entrepreneurial, but there is a playbook. And if you can follow that playbook and put your own twist on it, it usually leads to success. And so turned out to be a great fit for me.
What are some common misconceptions about running a business, and how do you address them?
I think one common misconception is you get to a certain place and a lot of the work is done, if you will. You can have to put in a certain amount of hard work for a period of time, and then you've essentially achieved what you want. And at least for somebody who's growth minded and like myself and my partners and everyone at our firm, that's just not the case. It's constant um, issues that are coming up, whether it's the marketplace evolving or the tools evolving, the skills and education needed to evolve, um, technology, things like that. So people, anytime you insert people and working with more and more people, things are never in a constant state. So I think that's the main one, that change is the constant, and you have to be willing to adapt and continue to grow.
Given the evolving and changing nature of the business, how do you maintain a work-life balance as a business owner? Do you have any personal rituals or habits that keep you motivated and focused?
Yes. Might need a lot of time for this one. No, I do. I'm, early on, I kind of noticed in the community that a lot of people that are successful, they exercise and they did it in the morning. And so, most mornings you'll find me doing some type of movement, whether it's strength training, running, Peloton, yoga, walking with a rucksack, stretching, something to just prepare myself, stay in shape physically, but also honestly, it's just as much mental for me as it is physical. So yeah, I definitely have rituals to try to stay um, in the right state of mind and be able to perform and keep that balance. I really don't work much outside of the typical work hours. That's a focus of mine because I do have three children, a 7-year-old, twin 4-year-olds, one special needs. So special needs and twins is all children are constantly require a lot, but that's even more of wide open. Um, and so, I really focus on trying to be at work when I'm at work and be at home and with family when I'm there. Um, and over time, that was a little difficult for me because your safety net in this business is just time and effort put in and activity. And so I've had to evolve that a lot in different iterations, but coaches and mentors have helped me just get more and more efficient with when the time that I'm working, be more productive within that so that when you're not, you can be more productive and focused on your family when you're outside of here.
In the constantly evolving business landscape, how do you stay adaptable and open to change? Are there any specific strategies you use to remain innovative?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before, for successful businesses, there's constant change, and it seems like more and more rapidly in today's world. Finding people that you can trust, thought leaders in the industry, and reading, listening, um, letting the marketplace tell you, what they need and want, is key. And I'm a big college football fan, and my wife's from Alabama, so even though I'm a Tar Heel, I kind of adopted Alabama as my football team because they win a lot more. So I've read a lot and studied Nick Saban a lot. I think something that is really interesting about him is, he used to be a hard-nosed, kind of old school, defensive minded, run the ball on offense, um, and not a whole lot of creativity, if you will, but just to be really fundamentally sound in old school football. But as the game of football evolved, there was a lot faster game, the athletes were faster, the offenses were more wide open, and he didn't want to change, but in order to stay on top of um, the game of college football, he had to. And so he brought in more innovative offensive coordinators. He recruited faster defensive players to keep up with the faster offensive players, and he adapted and ultimately became even better as an organization because of that. And so that I kind of reflect on that and constantly am thinking about that and talking to our team members, using that as an example that we can't be complacent with where we are because the business will change, and if you don't change and adapt with it, you'll be left behind. It's hard to balance that because there are some tried and true ways to be successful, and so you have to know, what do we need to keep doing that's gotten us to this place and led to success. But at the same time, what do we need to improve on? What do we need to change in order to keep up with the changing, landscape?
Very good. Um, could you give us a glimpse now into your future plans and goals for your business? What do you envision for the next chapter of your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, went from kind of just starting out on my own to, a couple of folks helping me build the business to a team of 5, and then a merger 4 years ago to have partners and a team of 15, and now we're 19 and bringing on a fourth partner into the year. Um, and so, we're grown a lot. And I think sometimes it's hard to even imagine where you'll be too far out, but we're coming up on a big milestone of, how much money that we manage and do financial planning for our clients on. And even though it's taken us kind of maybe 15 years to get to that point, I really think we'll double that in the next 5 years with the people that we have and the mindset we have and the organization that we've built. So we're not content with staying where we are. We want to continue to be innovative with the solutions that we're providing clients. There's a lot of research in recent years around retirement income planning and the best ways to optimize that. The tax landscape's changing, and so that's where we're really focused. If we can win those areas, that leads to more and more client success and continued growth. So I would say to some extent we've kind of built the ship and the organization, and the next foreseeable 5 to 10 years will be about scaling it, not just for the sake of size, but for the sake of bigger impact, and having more and more professionals that are delivering better and better quality to more and more clients.
Very good. Tell me, what advice would you offer to aspiring entrepreneurs who are, say, just starting their journey or facing challenges in their businesses?
Well, the number one thing I would say is be coachable and be open to ask for help, seek out help, find those that you can trust. Wouldn't be where I am today without the help of certain trusted mentors and coaches and advisors, your inner circle, if you will. But all too often I find young people or people starting out, um, they want to recreate the wheel or try to do it their way, and you certainly want to put your own twist on things. But if there's a way that to do things that have led to success and others have that experience, listen to it, take it into um, your own way of doing things, but don't try to recreate the wheel. Don't be stubborn. There aren't any shortcuts to success. A lot of times we just see the end result of success for people, but we don't understand the path it took to get there. So if you can learn about that from others, one saying that I've kind of lived by personally and professionally is listen to others and think for yourself. So nobody knows what you're going through and what you're trying to do as well as you, but at the same time, there's a lot of people out there that can help you if you're open to it, and humble enough to seek out help um, and learn from others.
Thank you so much for your time today, Whit. It has been great meeting you and learning more about your entrepreneurial journey. And to
Thank you for having
everyone
me.
watching, I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. That's good information. Tell
Cool.
me in where you are now and where you started, are you doing things that you had anticipated, or have you done things that you hadn't anticipated?
Um, yeah, I mean, I would have never been able to tell you 15 years ago that I'd be where I am today. I don't think. I certainly thought I would be able to have success, but if you told me I'd be on a 21 person team with what we've built and the momentum we have, I think it's just hard to imagine that. Um, and it's not been a straight line, right?
Right.
It's a winding path, but uh, yeah, I think it's hard to understand that, 15 years ago of what's possible.
Well, congratulations to you for persevering and growing in the process. And thank you for sharing your wisdom with the folks that'll see this. You will get a preview of the recording. And if you have any feedback, you can work with the team and they'll work with you on that.
Sure,
It will be posted on my LinkedIn, and you'll get a copy for your use on social media or whatever.
sure.
And then it will also reside in on YouTube in a growing in business area that I have there. Um, and that's really it.
Awesome. Well, thanks. I hope that is what you were looking for, and I appreciate you reaching out.
Hey, I'm happy to share the wisdom of others with everybody else.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's I mean, that's kind of what I was hitting on, just
Yeah.
listening to folks like yourself that have the wisdom and they're seeking out others that can share it. It's a big part of it.
Yeah. Well, have a great day.
All right,
We'll
you too.
speak
Thank you,
soon.
Fleming.
Take care.
See you.